Beatrice, you naughty girl, you know Papa is working. I will come spend time with you in a moment, just give me a few minutes. Focus is eluding me yet again. Merde, did she step on the record button? I suppose I'll just edit it afterwards. Dr. Pierre Alari, continuing correspondence with Dr. Atlas Starling. My friend, now we get into the good stuff. You expressed interest in this memo's topic long ago, but I had to build it up to you so I could build your anticipation. And I promise you it was well worth the wait. That's right, today we talk about sea serpents. Most scientific information we know about sea serpents comes from carcasses as well as eyewitness testimony in the field. Attempts were made to keep them in aquariums and pools for private collections, to unfortunate results. That being said, it is a pleasant surprise to learn about them in their natural habitat under the right conditions. They are large reptilian organisms that likely re-evolved aquatic adaptations long ago, although the fossil record is a bit scant on their lineage. Coming in both fresh and saltwater varieties, the smallest can measure at 10 feet from snout to tail, while the largest marine species can reach 60 feet and weigh tens of tons. Their limbs are reduced to web flippers that help guide them through the water, with propulsion being provided by a muscular fluke tail, which swings from left to right, similar to fish. In my travels to the Isles, we would often see groups of adolescent striped sea worms taking breaths at the surface, or munching down on a carcass that floated up. Important to keep in mind, these adolescent individuals were still bordering on 30 feet in length, with lots of room to grow. It seemed more often than not that these sea serpents were ambivalent to the ships around them, save for a few cases where attacks were documented. Said cases did not seem motivated by prey drive, but rather territorial disputes ending in a sunken ship. Inland freshwater species, in turn, are much more aggressive to boat and person alike. One could say their exposure to civilization has familiarized them to us, much to the point that they actively hunt us for food, or are less intimidated by our smaller ships traveling upriver. It's noted that the larger species that take territories in lakes, like the rough-faced lake serpent, are the most temperamental. Locals that live off the lake must take caution in getting their food supply from the water, and some have even given sacrifices of livestock to potentially satiate the creature's hunger, to mixed success. The most important thing to recognize with both varieties of sea serpent is that they are not evil, but simply responding to an invader on their home space, much like any other animal would. Dr. Starling, if I might recommend a somewhat reckless proposition, I do suggest you see a greater sea worm on a boat tour if you haven't already. They are some of the largest creatures in the ocean, and it is breathtaking to see them come to the surface to breathe. It is a humbling and thrilling experience I often enjoyed in my travels, and I find myself missing it as the days go on. Bah, look at me getting sentimental in a scientific recording. I need to take a walk. But in the meantime, let me know what else you're curious about. Until next time.